What's up, vinyl community? Cliff the Vinyl Cheapskate here. The triumphant return of my vinyl finds videos. This is all vinyl. Got a bunch of stuff that has come in the mail and all kinds of genres. I got some really cool like hard rocks, a couple hard rock ones, a lot of metal, some cool stuff. These are things that just kind of popped up and I was like, they're too good for me to say no. But lots of really cool stuff in this one. Hope everybody's doing well. Cheers, let's get started. So let's start off with the hard rock stuff. So there's only two of them, but these ones are cool ones that I've been looking for a while. And this first one, this one's kind of hard to come by. It's Ray Owens Moon, and the jacket's a little jazzed up. It's got some edge wear. Real floppy. It's got a weird, like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a weird textured kind of thing going on. But yeah, Ray Owens Moon, really cool stuff from the 70s. Is this late 60s or 70s? I don't know. Need to do more research before I do these things. But this is like 70s rock. To me, it sounds like 70s hard rock stuff. There's some weird electronic stuff going on, but really the thing that shines on this is the guitar work, man. Guitar work is killer on this album, just all the way through. But yeah, it's a really cool record. Floppy jacket, but that's okay. There's also a split in it, but this is really hard to come by. I didn't spend much on this. I think it can be pricey, but I only spent like $20. But this is really well worth it. And the vinyl's in great condition. I would show that to you, but we're listening to it. No, not showing any labels on that one. Next up is another one I've been looking for a while, and the price is creeping up on this one. I didn't spend a lot on this, but I've been seeing I used to see them for like $6 or $7 like a year or two ago, and now I'm starting to see them starting at like $10, $12. So I just dove in and grabbed it. This Cactus's self-titled album. Got Parchment Farm on it. Great cover of Parchment Farm. This is from 1970, and it's like country, blues, hard rock stuff, but it's really cool. Really good stuff. The song Brother Bill, man, that song is dark. Dark as hell. For as upbeat as it sounds, if you listen to the lyrics, it's dark as hell. Great album right here. And this is on Atco. Got the yellow Atco label. This is a Canadian label. It's a Canadian press, so it's got the yellow Atco label, which is pretty cool. I don't have a ton of Canadian presses. I bought these two records from Canada, and I guess they ship from somewhere right outside the border, because the shipping was only $5, and that's great for Canada. Canada's not too expensive. It's only like 10 usually, 10 or 12, but still, out of the country shipping for $5, you can't go wrong with that. If you haven't heard this and you like Cream or Leonard Skinner and any of that kind of stuff, listen to Cactus. I think you'll like it. Now we'll get into punk stuff, and I've got a couple punk ones. This is mostly metal, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on a big metal, 80s metal type kick too. So there's some 80s metal in here, and then one's a pre-order that I ordered a long time ago. But now we'll get into the punk stuff, and I picked up a couple by this band here. This is Blasting Concept, named after I'm guessing it's named after the Nardcore comp that came out in the 80s. But these guys, they're proudly call themselves Nardcore, but they sound like Annihilation Time. So if you know who Annihilation Time is and you like them, this can scratch that itch real easy. It's really good, like rock and roll-y, hardcore stuff. And when I want, it's like great, like chilling, beer drinking music. Came with an insert, it's got a little tear on it, but it was cheap. I got this for pretty cheap. I think I spent $4 on it. Cool pictures of the band there. And blasting concept were active in like the late 2000s, I think, like 2010-ish, I think, era. But they kind of like picked up the torch where Annihilation Time left off, and I love the Annihilation Time releases. They're all great. I also got this one, same band, but this is their full-length EP. This is cool. Though I got this, and I was expecting just like a regular old the sleeve sticking to it. A regular old cover. This is silk screened with like t-shirt ink. They probably have t-shirts of this out there somewhere. But the front is like got like this sticky t-shirt ink on the front. Yeah, the cover's like sticky because of the ink they used to silk screen it, but still, sweet stuff. It's on It's Alive Records, same with the 7-inch, but I don't know that at all. And just like one side's got this label on it. Custom labels. This one's got a blank label because the back. Well, yeah, the back side just has a blank label. But yeah, cool stuff. If you like rock and roll hardcore, rock and rolly hardcore punk, this is a great pickup right here. Blasting concept. If you can find this, they go for pretty cheap too. I think I spent $10 on this one. So this one's in my opinion, this one's a cheap heat. A little cheap heat right here. Blasting concept. Great stuff. Next, another one I picked up recently. I've got a bunch, all their other albums now, or all their other, not albums. They only have 7 inches. I've got their bunch of their 7 inches, and now it's all this. And it came with the. I'll show you the next one, the next couple too. This is all from the same order. The next couple, but I got this from Discos MMM. They're a distro out of California. And they have a lot of really cool stuff. I believe they have a lot of copies of the Prank. They have a lot of copies of the Prank stuff. I think they have some copies of the Prank Totalitar stuff. So if you're looking for the Totalitar stuff, check out Discos MMM. They might have it. Again, custom labels. Talk is Poison. Little weird logo thing. It's cool. Plain black vinyl. But what this is it's like that. It's like late '90s, like hardcore, like kind of like straightforward. Not like chugga chugga hardcore, but like tragedy type hard. No, it doesn't sound like tragedy. They sound completely different. But that, like, if you like tragedy or like Death Threat, any of those bands, Talk is Poison's great stuff to listen to. Really cool. And these next two, this is the last of the punk stuff. But these next two are also from Discos MM, and finally got a copy of this. And if you watch my channel, you know I like Japanese hardcore. And this is a classic Japanese hardcore album from the 80s. I think it was 89. I think it came out originally. But this is awesome stuff. Crow freaking rules. Came with a little obi here. And cool stuff. Let's take it out of the package. I'll show you all the liner notes. But if you like all the Japanese hardcore stuff that I do, like Gauze and like some more D-Beat stuff too, like Disclose, that kind of stuff. You'll enjoy Crow. Check them out if you get a chance. And this is another recent re-release by Prank. Prank's been putting out like fire re-releases on stuff. It's got a cool ink stamped inner, so I'll be keeping that inner. I may put it in an archival eventually, but the inner's not going anywhere. Track listing. Side A's got their logo and an A side on it. Cool stuff. I already showed this. Inner sleeve, or not inner sleeve, oh, and it came, that's another thing it came with. I almost forgot about this. I think this is what the original insert looked like on this thing. Because I got these things too, and I'm pretty sure the original insert, it looks like it just came with like a printed flyer and like this is all the English translations of the lyrics too. And it also came with the biggest sticker I've ever seen. It's like the size of a 7-inch. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna stick this on. I don't think I ever have. It's probably just gonna sit in here, but this is crazy. What I might do is I might get like a little 7-inch frame and put this in there and hang it on my wall somewhere. But yeah, got that. Crow Last Chaos. Excellent album. Alright, let's put that down. Sorry, I got a lot of stuff to go over. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I didn't realize I was still buying so much, so I gotta stop. This pandemic's gonna break me. Next, some Colombian punk. This is current stuff. Uzi. Cadena de Odio. 10 tracks, total punk. This is great. Ripping, fast, hardcore punk. Comes with a lyric sheet / poster. Pretty cool. And they must have, when I got this, it was stuck to the inner sleeve. See, like I'll show you. It was like stuck to the inner sleeve, so they must have just pressed it and threw it right in there. Printed it, threw it right in there. Black vinyl. Basic label, says Uzi. Side A, side B, list of tracks. But now this is this is Colombian punk. I really like that band Moro, and the Colombian punk seems to be doing pretty cool stuff. Discos MMM. That's the distro / I guess label that did all this stuff. This is an awesome album. If you find this, you should pick it up. It's also got another variant where it's got like, this is another silkscreen cover, but it's got one where it's like half black, half pink too. So you might see that version too, but this one's got green ink. But still really cool. Excellent, like straightforward hardcore punk. Furious, super angry, female vocals. Great band. Now we're gonna get to the metal. So the pre-order. Let's do the pre-order. I did a pre-order and it came in. So I ordered this in like March and I finally got it. Very excited. One of my favorite bands. I'm actually going to see this band in August. I'm supposed to go and see this unless something crazy happens. Or a pandemic drops on our head. But Napticon. This is black metal that this is black metal from the US. They do like a cool, like kind of melodic style of black metal. Kind of folky, like folky black metal stuff. But really cool and well done. I really like this band. It's a double LP. Both of them look like, the other labels look like this. And this is the only label that looks like this. It's on the cool blue vinyl. But I've been into these guys for a while, so they put something out earlier this year, and I just went, all right, guess I'm pre-ordering that. And this came with the pre-order. Let's put on some Panopticon. One side's over. So we'll do one of these. This is a live album, Live Migration, and both of these came with a CD version of it. Let's see, can you see those labels? There's some labels on there. I don't know if you can see them. Let's take it out. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, these are really dark. Like, oh no, there's still music going on. We're good. They're really dark, but this is really cool. Like, clear purple and orange flecked vinyl. Pretty sweet. But yeah, Panopticon, cool folky, like American folk too. It's like bluegrassy folk black metal. So if that sounds cool to you, you should check them out. Next up, it's gonna get a little harsher with the heavy metal now. Let's see, I have more harsh stuff. Now we'll go to harsh stuff, and then it's more traditional style stuff. But this is like blackened thrash from Brazil. I think they're from Brazil. Are they from Brazil? Now I'm gonna look. This is the Whip Striker. I think they're from Brazil. Yeah, it doesn't say on here. I think they're from Brazil. Whip Striker and Ophicus, I guess. I've never heard of them, so that'll be a new one. I haven't listened to this yet, but this popped up. It was real cheap. It was like $13, and I was like, all right. Whip Striker, Ophicus split, but I like Whip Striker. They're like black and thrash, kind of like that band Midnight a little bit, but a little more D-beat in there too. It's on pretty cool, like blood red. There's some black in there too, blood reddish vinyl. It's the Whip Striker side. Ophicus side is like the same, but they reversed the thing. It's got cool artwork. Inner sleeve. Ooh. Inner sleeve. Yeah, that's cool. Excited to listen to this. I'll listen to it at some point. Alright, next up, I'll save the two I'm most excited for last. Next up, I picked up this Nazareth album, No Mean City. I should have put this with the hard rock. It just has a heavy metal album cover, but it's more hard rock. And I picked this up with something else at a record store that's like around the corner from my job. And it had like, I went in there and I looked around and it had some good stuff. It had some good like rock and roll-y stuff. But I've been in like a heavy metal, like traditional heavy metal, like 80s metal mood. So I was looking for that kind of stuff and they didn't really have much. I found this. This is cool though. I paid a little more than I would have for this, but it's pretty cool. It's in really, really nice shape. Like, it's pretty much perfect. Like, no scratch. A little bit of corner bump there and there. It's got a barcode, so I know it's not a original, but it's got this little broadcast sticker for promotional use only. Broadcast. White label. It says right on top. Right there. Promotional use only. So it's a promo. Pretty cool. It's cool to get a promo once in a while. It's a good shit. It doesn't look like it ever got played. Like it must not have had any hits on it, so it just left it with the rest of them. But this is a perfect condition. Nazareth is a cool hard rock band, 70s and 80s. This is a late 70s album. Pretty cool. Very cool. But what I really got excited about is I had some other records in my hands with that. And then they had like a little heavy metal section in the back. And this scratches a couple itches for me right off the bat. It was in the rare metal section. But I saw this, I went and looked, and it was the first thing I saw, and I was like, what the heck? There's one record in front of it, and I moved it out of the way and found this. But I got the Gas Tank Under the Sun LP with it's a postmort pressing, which was a Pusshead's label, which is why it has the Pusshead artwork on there. But Gas Tank they're like members of the band that Execute, I think, were in this band. I'm not sure if they were in all their albums. But then they did like this, and it's like kind of like traditional heavy metal-ish, but there's definitely some hardcore and punk in there too. This is a really cool, interesting album. I was really happy to pick this up. I got it for $25, which isn't terrible, isn't great. It's pretty much what it's worth. But I found this in the wild, and that's why I picked it up. Because I was like, I never find stuff like this. And I went in that record store, and they had like 5 heavy metal albums. So, this is a cool pickup. Cool album found in the wild. Can't go wrong with that. Last but not least, maybe I'll put that on now. Ooh, we'll find out what it is. All right, so last but not least, picked up a copy of Praying Mantis, Time Tells No Lies. What an excellent album. This was a band that was from the original new wave of British heavy metal. So, this came out in 1980. Nope, 81. But this came out in 1981, and this is a Japanese pressing of this. I bought this from Japan because it was the cheapest one on Discogs. And the shipping was not that bad. Altogether, it came to $35 for this, but that's a well worthwhile album. And I'm very excited about this. I have a copy of this in my collection. This is like a relic right here. It's a little, it's not as hard and heavy as a bunch of the other British heavy metal bands that were back then, but really solid guitar playing, catchy songs, just really cool album. All together, just a cool album. I really like it. So there's a gnat flying in front of me. I'm trying to get a beer. But yeah, this is a great album. Listen to this any way you can. There's a couple songs that aren't as good as the other songs, but the standout tracks like Running for Tomorrow, City Kid, Rich City Kids, Panic in the Streets, Children of the Earth, Flirting with Suicide. Awesome album, all the way through, really. There's a couple songs, like I said, that aren't as good as the others, but there's no bad songs on that album. And we got the lyric sheet. This side's all in Japanese. This is all the English lyrics. Yeah, but this is the one right here that I was excited about. But yeah, that was kind of a big video. almost 25 minutes long. Jeez. But anyway, so happy about this one. But I was a little worried because they sent it with no tracking, because that was the cheapest option they had, and the other ones were just skyrocketed. And he said they couldn't send it airmail the way they usually do because the COVID restrictions in Japan. But really happy to have that. And yeah, that's it. That's what I picked up so far in the last month or so. Like I said, one was a pre-order, that Panopticon stuff. Check them out if you get a chance, really. They're really, really good. Panopticon rules. One of my favorite current bands. That's it. That's all I got to say. Cheers, everybody. I'm going to give a shout out to a couple people. I'm going to give a shout out to Tommy Vinyl Knot, as always. He's a cool guy. Want to thank Death Doom Metal for subbing and saying hi the other day. Hopefully I see some of you guys on Jason Skill's stream sometime. I don't know if I'm going to be on this week. I got to pick my kid up from camp. But cheers, everybody. Have a good day.